Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are live from Durchfall, Germany, at the legendary road course known as the Poopenhosen. We took a red eye to the brown eye, and we are, it's, jet lag's gonna be a motherfucker in a couple of hours, but my God, we basically...
I have a right to hold this firearm!
Oh boy, well, this is gonna be interesting already. We are, my luggage is still there. I'm still filling out my customs form. I didn't even get a chance to do that on the plane, but, I ain't claiming nothing. I ain't bringing a farm animal into here. Come on. What do you expect from me? Anyway, I'm Chip Chapman, not carrying anything illegally into this country. To my right is Lightning Lord Shivers.
I'm totally awake. I would never fall asleep at the Diddler Cup race series.
Absolutely not. This is a goddamn auto race that is going to be one to be ready and be alert for. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. We are at the Poopenhosen. Another man to my left is Beaumont Jenkins, who you look a little... You okay, Beaumont? Well, you know what they say, when in Durchfall, I guess. My hair is blowing in front of my face. That's how powerful this was.
I've been holding that in for the last 9 goddamn hours.
You couldn't have just done it off the plane?
I didn't want the last time I went. No. The last time I farted in an airplane or in an airport in Germany, we got detained for 2 weeks. I ain't gonna run through that one more time.
That's fair.
That came out of my nose.
That's why I blew my hair back. That's so strange.
More one way to call that a brain fart.
Oh my God. Oh, that is like some hurricane style wind.
It was literally keeping me up all night. I was like, I can't let this pass through my butthole. I gotta build a wall or some shit around here.
Yeah, that's, oh my God. Well,
construct a table tray and a Tupperware lid.
Yeah, that's, oh my God. Well, we are, we're just going to have to get used to the smell for a bit, but we are in Durchfall, and as they say, when in Durchfall, shit yourself. So, you know, if you're playing a little bingo in your underpants, that's fine. Nobody's going to complain about it, but we are here for a goddamn auto race. It is the second race of round 2 of the Diddler Cup playoffs. We are down to 12 drivers. We had a race last night. Yesterday afternoon. Time zones. What is time? Time is but a construct by Martinsville to sell us clocks. But we are at the Poopenhosen. We're going 28 laps on this 4.2-mile road course today. Pit window, based on the gas tanks, about 15 to 17 laps. There's going to be one green flag. Pit stop, because there's no yellows, only browns. And that includes the brown note, which is the focal point of this goddamn auto race.
They don't call them hash yellows, they call them hash browns.
They do. And you can get them wiped and smeared and
subpoenaed.
Yeah, and subpoenaed, exactly. Which I think smeared means they put like cream cheese on it. That makes sense. Wiped would be I'm trying to think what wiped would be in Waffle House lingo, but you know what?
Paper on it.
Yeah, with it's served on a toilet seat. There you go. And subpoenaed means you might have to pay a little extra. You can't. It means you waive all responsibilities.
It's like one of them bidettes at the Guy Fieri restaurant we went to a while back.
Exactly, one of the bidettes. Exactly. Anyway, those were the keys to the race. That was the race info brought to you by Gun Booze, Taste the Alcoholism. The keys to the race are brought to you by DiscountCondoms.com, a wholesale condom warehouse that you can purchase from the comfort of your own post-coital position. You're going to need a lot of them because they're probably going to break. But that's why they give you a lot of them. DiscountCondoms.com. Keys to the race. Lloyd, you want to help me out with this? Well, the first one's the obvious one. It is the brown note.
That's right. Yeah. Don't brown note. That's right. The brown note. You don't want to end up in that. You don't eat too much sausage.
Yep.
Unless it's with bacon and eggs.
It's
And
tempting.
biscuits.
We're in the land of sausage.
You got to time your fuel stop correctly.
Mhm.
You may want to go for the undercut. Don't shit yourself.
Yeah.
Should have
That's
heard my
pretty much-
ground note a little bit ago.
These are all important keys to the race, brought to you by DiscountCondoms.com. Again, there is just sausage everywhere. We're in Germany. It is a veritable sausage fest here. And of course, our Dongerex Injectapen Pole Award goes to Jim Blossoms.
Oh, yeah.
Damn!
Jim Blossoms, his 4th career pole, his 3rd this season. He has had a fast car when it comes to qualifying. He's yet to find victory lane, but you can see already he is on the front row alongside Mr. Naga's most glorious driver, Jim Blossoms. As this is again third pole this season, and this is race number 20. And I'm just kind of looking. He has had, how many top 10 finishes has he had this season? 5 top 10 finishes this season. So you know he's going to want to try to find himself in the podium, maybe even winning a race. But Jim Blossoms is your Dongerex Injectapen Pole Award winner. He is going to be on the inside on row 1.
That's right. Jim Blossoms is wanting to go leave an upper decker and climb all the way to the top of the podium.
Well, he's already in the front row, so he doesn't have to go too far for that upper decker, which I can't imagine means anything else other than what you just described to me. Absolutely.
Well, the thing with the ground note is first one in line. That's where you're going to have your problems at here.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, that's the thing, getting a good qualifying time, the start is right. The brown note is after the first turn, so it is almost immediately. So getting a good qualifying position gets you at the front of the race means that that's fewer cars in front of you who could just completely just stack it on the brown note. So we're going to find out in just a few. But let's go back to just a little over 24 hours ago, a 7-hour plane ride ago, the whole lot of bunch of bagel, 300. And it was Morris Mayfield in the 69 car.
Nice.
Starting a nice race. But Paul Alcohol took the lead, and that was a lead pack of 4 cars alongside Mayfield, the 00 of Paul Walker, and Eddie Osprey in that 28 car. They had about a 2-second lead over the pack. There were green flag pit stops, and there was havoc. Eddie Osprey coming off a pit lane. Hits Jeff Tanaka, brings out a caution. And
look at the car there.
Problems with the car, and even Bobrovsky and Thicker Richard Ketchup had a little collision in the pits. Paul Walker was the first to advance, getting a victory, leading after the caution, after the restart.
First career win on the board.
His first career win. We didn't even realize it was his first career win until after the fact. And he is now in 2nd place. He's already advanced to the next round. Smiley Van Buren is doing the best in the points. But again, Henri, Pastor Chavez, Boner Pillman, and Giacomo are the 4 who are in the drop zone right now. 8 will advance from this field of top 12. But we got one more race after this one. This is the 2nd of 3, so plenty of chances. You win this race, you are automatically in if you are a playoff driver. So that is going to be how things are going to shake up and shake down in this one.
And shake it all about.
They're going to shake it all about. Boys, I think we're ready for a goddamn auto race in just a moment.
Shoo-wee.
They got ourselves, they got ourselves, we're going to go ahead and get the prayer going in there. The official race prayer is by Reverend Margot Bismal of the Durchfall Community Prayer and Restroom. So let's go ahead and listen to what she got to say.
I am calling down divine health right now. I command divine health. It is already finished in heaven, so let it manifest in the earth. Father, I bind the strong man. I bind all spirits of infirmity. I bind every spirit of acid indigestion. I bind every spirit of bloating. I bind every spirit that is trying to sit in the esophagus, trying to cause heartburn or swallowing issues, Father God. I ask you right now to open up the throat, clear the throats right now in the name of Jesus. Any swollen glands, any goiters, any tumors dissolve under the sound of my voice right now.
Up in my butthole.
Any demonic entity that has lodged itself in the throat, in the tubes, in the stomach, in the small intestine, in the large intestine,
It's
in
a
the
Subway
colon,
football.
in the liver, anywhere in the body, Father God. I ask you right now to dissolve it in the name of Jesus. I send the blood of Jesus right now through our throats, down our throat right now, down the trachea, down your throat, down your tubes, through your bloodstream. Right now, I send the blood of Jesus. Drink the blood of Jesus supernaturally as an act of faith. Lift up your hand and drink the blood of Jesus. And picture it going down your throat right now. Going right down through your tubes, through your body, right into your stomach lining right now. It is going into your stomach right now.
It's going into my stomach.
Healing. Delivering.
It's coming out of my
in the name
ass.
of Jesus. Father God, let the blood of Jesus run through the small intestine right now. Totally cleaning it out. Totally cleaning it out right now in the name of Jesus. Father God, I ask you right now to wash, cleanse, heal, restore, renew.
Woo!
Renew it right
Flush
now
me
in the
out
name
like
of
an animal
Jesus.
hose.
Father
I
God,
need to
I
take my
speak healing
pills.
into the small
Flushing's
intestine right
into
now,
them.
into the walls of the small intestine right now. Anything that was blocking food from going through correctly, anything that was stopping food from being digested, deal with it right now, Lord, with your blood.
Well, that was Reverend Margot Bismol with our prayer. That was very comprehensive.
They do say cleanliness is godliness, so
Sure, yeah, and she was doing some cleansing, and there was a lot of talk of tubes. But normally when I'm in Germany, I'm thinking of tubes. I'm thinking of the shape of a sausage. It's like tubular meat. But anywho, we are ready to get this goddamn auto race ready. Our honorary starter is the 2021 Lord of the Toilets here in Durchfall. It's Borussia Dortmund, and here he goes.
Happy shitting.
Woo! All right, well, there we go.
Yeah! Let's
There you go. I get happy shitting. That's nice and gets to the point. Well, here is our starting grid. On row number 1, it's our pole sitter, Jim Blossom, sponsored by Blood Co. in the 41 Ford. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver in the number 10 Toyota.
Oh, yes!
On row 2, it's Paul Walker, yesterday's winner of the 00 Nihilist Arby's car, and Bowie Jessup in the number 9 Gumboo Chevy.
Agent 009.
And on row 3, it's Jean-Paul Henry in the number 40 Ludger Beer Bombs Chevy, and Big Daddy Thibodeau in that number 62 Sinead Dodge.
Yo, real talk, Big Daddy Thibodeau's a bitch! Fuck him!
Those are 2 playoff drivers. On row 4 is Joe John Winchester in the Just Guns 47 Ford, and Morris Mayfield in that 69 car.
Nice. The Bulls come out both ways.
On row 5, another playoff driver, Bucky Dushine in the number 55 Taco Baco Ford, and Steve Thompson in the WeBuyDrugs.gov Ford in the number 17 car.
Fresh out the bell, baby! Bucky Dushine's going all the way!
On row 6, it's Jeff Shanice in the Jeff's Chinese number 38 car, and Triple X Macklin in that number 13 Florida Georgia Lime Dodge.
That's probably a labor law issue.
On row 7, it's Reverend Pastor Chavez in the number 33 App to Mouth Toyota car, and Kevin Boner Pillman in the number 15 Donger X Inject-A-Pen car.
Up to mouth to needle to dick!
On row number 8, it is Giacomo in the Kiss Coffee House car, and that was Hans Vosspulver in the number 99 Slapmark car.
Slap cart, where Kiss shops.
On row 9, it's Smiley Van Buren in the number 11 KFC I Ate the Bones Ford, and Bub Rofsky in the number 1 Gray Bits car.
Gray bits aren't edible!
On row number 10, it's Jeff Tanaka in the Jeffty Toyota, and his teammate Jeff Gordon, the horse, in the gunk number 8 car.
88, Jeff Balloons, Jeffing through the summer sky.
On row 11, it's Petrol. Top off in that number 9 is Sports Naz Dodge, and Paul Alcohol, another playoff driver, in the number 35 Bathhouse Jim's Bathtub Gin car.
They had to be careful to cut that off.
On row number 12, it is Ennio Sperini in that wall-to-wall Salve 28 car, and Woo-Ba Bala in the 103 Hugger Oranges car.
There's no problems with the Woo-Ba Bala!
On row 13, it's Fat Daryl in the 8-1 So Much Chicken Pontiac, and Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear, in the Russian Bears to You pop-up ad car.
That bear's coming for the chicken.
On row 14, it's Thicker Richard Ketchup in the Mouthfeel All-Purpose Sauce 8-2 car, and his teammate Doug Pork in the Ham Fist 8-3 car.
Feel a fist in your mouth.
On row 15, it's Richard Blood in the Boxawan 51 car, and El Matador Toto Rosanna in the number 75 Air Supply Pontiac.
German White is always renowned for its excellence.
On row number 16, it's Ricky Walton in the number 32 Detlef Shrimp car, and Blario Blandretti in the number 22 Blends Oil car.
Has there ever been a better oil change?
Well, we are off to the races in quite literal fashion. Pace car is off. And I don't know if that is Corso, but oh man, we're seeing that. You can see right when they come off a pit road, that is the brown note. Don't worry about it now. It's just kind of, you know, taking their pace lap at the moment. Well, this is a road course. There's, I believe, 9 turns on this track, if I recall correctly. And
right.
The brown note ain't the only problem. We've seen problem. There's some tricky bits towards the end of this track. So there we're seeing another left turn coming around here, and this is good. There's a lot of high banking on these stretches, Lloyd. This is going to be an interesting place to see where cars can pass.
This is the most dangerous road course in all Europe.
Yeah.
It really is.
And they actually let people drive on it. They let people without no driving experience drive on it.
And they let people with no driver's license pay $15 or whatever to go drive on this place and then shit themselves uncontrollably as they get flung upside down and crash into a blithecrete in the brown note.
Absolutely.
And since a marathon out there, they get foot racers out here.
Yeah, absolutely. And since we're not going to have any caution, so no need for a restart, when you do shit yourself in Durchfall, reach for the only adult diaper that'll do it for you. It's Reshart, the official adult diaper of the Diddler Cup. Restart your bowels and restart your day with Reshart, because you always want to look out for number 1, as long as you don't end up in number 2.
Although, if you think about it, ending up in number 2 might actually be a more desirable outcome than most that happen here at the Poopenhosen.
Yeah, it's going to be lucky to see who can...
a playoff race.
Oh, it's a great idea. I love the fact that we come back to Durchfall, Germany for the Poopenhosen. It's a fan favorite track. There's chaos. It's almost guaranteed. And it's
they got schnitzel.
They do have schnitzel
on a stick.
And they got sticks on schnitzels too.
I mean, you got the Reshart adult diapers. You got make waste, make haste.
Mm-hmm. I got myself some currywurst, and it actually worst is not an accurate way of calling it. It's actually pretty damn good. Pace car is off. We are at Durchfall, and let's go diddling in the goddamn
I gotta shit. I'm gonna shit my pants.
And there's the first brown note. Oh, and there's already collisions. Oh, this is awesome. We're gonna get back to that. Don't worry. We got it. We're seeing a whole bunch of cars all having problems. Thicker Richard Ketchup is just tapping his teammate. Oh God, there's about a good quarter of the race all caught up in the brown note.
Which is involved in it?
We're gonna figure out who's all involved in that. That was just chaotic at this point, but
move up high slide. That's all that matters.
He drove right
I got
through
one more in here.
Oh, you too now? Oh, God dang it. This didn't come out your nose that time. That's fine.
I ain't learned that trick yet.
Nah, that takes practice. Well, here comes our replay to see what in the absolute hell happened. Keep an eye on the 33, Reverend Pastor Chavez. He kind of slides in, gets into it with the 99. Oh, and just caused a whole bunch of people.
That is devastating.
And
for his
Wubapala
chances.
just drove right past it. It was just like, he was behind it. He just said, exactly. We're seeing a lot of cars on pit road right now. Reverend Pastor Chavez and Richard Blood, two of the playoff drivers involved in that. We'll get an idea as Jim Blossoms will lead the first lap for 5 points. Paul Walker already through to the next round. He is in second place. Here we go again. Oh, there goes the child! There goes the child and Mr. Naga's most glorious driver. Oh, this is awesome!
We got around it, damn!
And Thibodeau, Big Data Thibodeau came around in 9th place. He's going to improve a couple spots after all that. But Jim Blossoms knows how to handle this racetrack.
He has no fear. He has already been surgically put back together in means that are both mysterious, illegal, illicit, and not recommended by any professional doctors.
Not in
The
the
man
least.
is being put back together, and he is living by a vegetable crisper.
Yep. Well, he finished 15th in the Reshark Code Brown pants shitter.
But here comes Paul
And
Walker.
Paul Walker, yep, Paul Walker is right at the front. And we're going to see, yep, there goes a little sideways, gets into the 10.
Mid-air collision.
Yeah, that will happen. The last time we had a race here at Durchfall, the winner was Joe John Winchester, who's currently sitting in 5th place. He's going to be coming around in 4th place as Jim Blossoms went ahead and got behind the tail end of that pack of cars. Paul Walker's going to get himself 5 points for leading this lap. Don't matter.
Paul Walker's
He's just
having himself one hell of a day, one hell of a 48-hour stint here.
He is definitely feeling ready. And you know what? He's maybe deciding doesn't want to take the next race off. Wants to just keep the momentum going in that lead pack. Jean-Paul Henry is the other playoff driver in that lead pack of 6 cars. And then we start going down. Big Daddy Thibodeau, Kevin Boner Pillman. Rounding out the top 10. Bucket Dushine in 11th. Giacomo in 13th. Jeff Tanaka in 14th. And Petrol Topoff in 15th. Those are some playoff drivers who are looking to try to improve some positions. And it's just a matter of just surviving the brown note. It's the first key to the race for a reason, y'all.
That's right.
A lot of these drivers are going to be taking off their shirts because they're getting the goosebumps going over that brown note.
Well, they're also
It's
going to need.
getting about time to autumn. They're going to start turning their jorts back into giants.
Yeah, they're going to have to. They might have to hang on to them shirts. They might have to use them as wiping material because I got to tell you hit that brown note. It is really hard to just keep control of yourselves.
They're going to have to shit their jorts, wash them out, and then shit their giants after they turn them back in from jorts.
Well, they just turn them
might be
inside out too.
giants. They might be giants.
Yeah, they might be giants.
Part of command.
We are not in Istanbul. We are not in Constantinople.
No,
we
we're
are in
in
Durchfall, Germany.
That's
And
just
Boo
between them and the
Jessup.
Turks.
Boo Jessup is now going to lead a lap for 5 points, taking the lead from Paul Walker. This is what happened on lap 3.
Oh, no.
Jeff Shanice tapped into Giacomo, and this is what you got to watch out for. All these other cars like whoop up, just give it a tap. I just say screw it. Well, Boo and Jessup's going to take 5 big points. Looking at Paul Alcohol right now, sitting in. Well, I think Paul Alcohol. I think is in one of the bottom positions. I don't see him in the top 28, so he must be in the bottom 4.
He just came across my screen in 16th place.
Oh, there he is. Okay, 16 point. My bad. I must have missed that one. Looking at Petrol Top Off in the number 90 car, sponsored by Sports Naz. No additional letters at the end of that one. We told them they can't put an exclamation point. They're going to just get nervous about it. Boo Jessup is leading this race with Jean-Paul Henry and Joe John Winchester right behind him.
Damn, Joe John Winchester has been running so good, it makes you wonder where the hell was this? The first 3 races in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, he kept
Maybe he'd
getting
have a
wrecked.
chance to win the title.
And here we go, hitting the brown note. They all handle it perfectly. Now this is the thing. They start getting the feel for it. They start knowing how to handle these cars.
Hurts spacing out a little bit.
Yeah, they got a lot more room, less chance to collide. So, again, this is where you just get into a groove. You get into a rhythm.
You got more room.
And spacing out a bit. That's how we were on our flight over here last night.
You feel the rhythm. You feel the rhyme. And then you feel your bowels as they try to escape through your asshole.
That's right.
Yep. It's kind of like, you ever heard those urban legends about like kids that would sit on like pool filters and stuff? It's like that, only it happens on a race course.
Damn.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't Google it. It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be happy. Just trust me on it.
Better call in to work tomorrow. It's gonna suck the soul out of you.
Well, hopefully just the soul at that point. Well, Boo and Jessup is gonna go ahead, and this is what these cars are doing. They're just taking turns leading this race. They're getting in front of that clean air. There is a lead pack of 6 cars that all seem to be handling pretty well. Boo and Jessup's going to slide right behind the 41 of Jim Blossoms, who's our pole sitter. But there are 2 playoff drivers out of this lead pack of 6. And Jean-Paul Henry is now going to go ahead and take 5 points. No, Boo and Jessup got a little squirrely there on that.
Damn.
He's that's getting a little, yeah.
There's the advantage here. You got one of these races don't have any cautions, is that they just get kind of bunched apart there. So pretty much if you're in the lead pack, you might as well just stay with it till the end of the race.
Yeah, it's a war of attrition. You can make one mistake and be pretty much sunk. And you got to watch out because they are going to have to pit during this race. So they're going to have to see when they all decide to do it. If they all decide to do it together, we're seeing a couple of the cars that had issues. Hans Vospolver only now is finally getting back on the racetrack, as is Ricky Walton in that Detlef Schrempf car.
It's not even Detlef Schrempf's Detlef Schrempf. No,
it's just for him.
It's just for him.
That is part of the HTE Bassmet team. Has there ever been a sport more entertaining than racing?
That's right. I don't think there has.
This is our lead pack of 6. It is unbelievable,
you found one out
absolutely.
there now, oh, you a liar.
Yep. There is our lead pack of 6 coming around. Lap number 7, Jean-Paul Henry will hold on to this lead and take another big. He's got 5 points already for leading a lap. He would love to lead the most laps.
Woo!
To get an additional 5 points because he was coming into this race in that drop zone.
One former champion that is knocked out of the playoffs, but another former champion could still go and win himself a second championship.
Yep,
and a win would help out.
A win would be huge. A really strong finish would put him in good position, but a win would just put him right where he needs to be. Because coming into today, he was in 9th place, 14 points outside of safety. Richard Blood, who we saw was involved in that early wreck on lap number 1, the very first lap. He was in 8th place. That's not going to be a good performance for him. That's not going to do well for him in the standings.
Absolutely not. I mean, you look at him, you look at Reverend Pastor Chavez. I mean, Hans Vospolver, he's not even in the playoffs anymore, but, he is a specialist around this Poopenhosen track. That's how he made his claim to fame.
Yep, this is basically like a backyard race for him. Well, Henry is going to lead yet another lap. We are a quarter of the way through this race, and we're seeing a bunch of cars down several laps, and that's the thing. They're all hurrying to get their car back on the track because it ain't guaranteed that everybody else is going to stay on the lead lap. Somebody else could just make something completely
Things could get stupid.
Screw everything up, and all of a sudden you gain a couple spots. It's a couple extra points. You just get back on the track.
It's like when you're shitting on the turlet.
Yep.
But then it just ends up on the back of the turlet seat, and you don't wipe it.
I was going to ask how it's like that, but I'm just going to go ahead and say yeah, because I don't think I want to know.
I'm just going to have to agree with you there.
Yeah, I'm trusting you on that one. I was going to say it's kind of like when you're sitting on the turlet, and you also have to, throw up. And you kind of just, give the legs a little spread and just kind of go right down in front of yourself.
Ooh. Oh, the Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. I didn't know it had a name.
That's what we call it in the Jenkins household.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, good on you.
Sometimes we like to call it. We play Call of Duty. We call it the 180 no scope.
Okay. Fucking hell. Oh, there you go. You're learning something new every day. Joe John Winchester is going to take a lap to lead. And here they come again to the brown note. 6 cars on the lead
Sometimes
lap.
if it happens at a friend's house you don't like, you just lift up the toilet tank, and we call that the Dewey Decimal Card Catalog.
I always thought that was the upper decker.
That's an upper decker.
Okay, well, fair enough.
I mean, that's if you got a... I don't know, anyway.
Is there a name, and maybe we need to name it today, is there ever a name for where you just where you just poop in the urinals? I feel like that's a weird enough thing that it has a name for it, but I don't know if it has a name for it. And I feel like we, as responsible race car racing announcers,
I think we should call that the Panera Oat Brand Muffin.
You know, that's oddly specific, but I'm down for it.
It ain't nothing but a muffin, but it's a start.
We could call it after some bear league football team called the Cleveland Browns.
Fair enough. That's a good option, too. We will take your suggestions. If we were a call-in show, we'd take your calls. We are not taking your calls. We are not a call-in show.
Quit calling us, goddammit!
This is Kevin Boner Pillman. Also, it's an international call. It's an international call, so those are expensive. Kevin Boner Pillman is going to go ahead and lead the second pack of cars. It'll put him, I believe, in 7th place. He is one of the drivers trying to make his way into round 3. He was on the outside looking in at the start of today, if I recall, looking at my notes here. Yeah, he was in 11th. He was 28 points. out of position. This is...
Oh, we got smoke coming off the top
There's
here.
a lot of smoke coming up. Yeah. Oh, there's somebody just got tapped. Oh, the horse just tapped somebody. I think that was... I just heard somebody get hit. Oh, goodness.
Bronski.
Well, there's smoke. Lubaba's got smoke coming out of his... I don't think he stopped. Well, that's Nikolai the Soviet driving bear. We're going to see if we can see that's Doug Pork. And there was just smoke pouring out of his Bubaba's car. But he ain't giving a shit. He's just still going.
He ain't shitting. He ain't shitting.
That might be gaseous vapors. We're gonna see if we can get ourselves a replay of that. I'm almost positive it was the 8 hitting the 2 on the and you figure the number 2 car would be a sentimental favorite here at the Poopenhosen. And apparently something happened. That's Bowie Jessup on pit road too. I don't know if something happened to the 9 car, but he's...
Oh boy, that's got big old championship.
Wow. Well, it looks like our lead pack is just down to 5, and Paul Walker is 2 seconds behind. So that is... We're going to have to see what happened here. There's a couple things we need to go check out and see what in the absolute hell happened.
Gentlemen, get on the tape.
Yep, we got Boner Pillman. We're pulling the tape right now. We're going to see if we can get it. Boner Pillman is now in 6th place. That is a pack that is 6 seconds out of the lead. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Well, this is Bowie Jessup. Oh, got tapped and turned by Paul Walker. Oh, no. Bowie Jessup was having such a good car. He was in the 2nd row. He had such a good day, and that's what happened. Oh! Nikolai the Soviet driving bear was trying to, thought he had cleared Jeff Gordon the horse and got clipped and ended up turning. And Jeff Gordon the horse, as far as I know, is still going just fine in this race. But Bowie Jessup has dropped down. Nikolai the Soviet driving.
Each other.
Yeah, we'll have to see that.
Langen, what a mid-air collision they had.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna have to. Well, obviously,
them lingonberries.
Absolutely. Obviously, we'll have those replays for you at the end of the race. We are 10 laps through on this 28-lap road course race, and Jean-Paul Henry leads what is now a pack of 4 cars, including Jim Blossoms, Morris Mayfield, and Joe John Winchester, with Paul Walker 4 seconds behind in 5th place. Walker and Henry, the 00 and the 40, are playoff contenders.
Wait, Jim Blossom got a great run coming out proud.
He did. He's got a fast car.
Stranger to be in the air.
Yep. He might. Maybe that's why he's doing so good at the Poopenhosen. And right now, Kevin Boner Pillman has 6th place. He's leading his pack of cars. Smiley Van Buren leading the pack. That is a battle for 14th place. Smiley Van Buren was leading the points going into today, as far as not counting Paul Walker, of course. Smiley Van Buren.
This is going to be a hell of a repair bill that we're going to have to go launder some money to go fix up.
Absolutely. And look at it right now. That is Thicker Richard Ketchup coming around right now. He is in 19th place, as I think Jeff Gordon, the horse, may have to hit the pits see if there was any issues with the car. Oh, look at Richard's blood getting a little swirly there on that jump. He got a little sideways, held the car together pretty well, though.
It's amazing. These drivers are all dumb as hell, but every now and then, flash of brilliance.
Well, they just kind of, I think it's a matter of not panicking, or they panic so much that they actually fix it.
They're panicking so much that they're just shitting involuntarily.
Exactly.
It's like that pen light that Will Smith flashes at you to make you forget yourself and shit your pants.
Yeah. Like you can't. To put it honestly, you can't half-ass it at the Poopenhosen. If you're gonna panic, you gotta panic like fucking crazy, and then you might just do something brilliant, or you don't panic at all, which is probably what's the best thing to do as a driver driving a car at 183 miles an hour. You maniacs!
You never stop shitting. That's the motto for success. You never stop shitting. Oh God.
12 laps down in this 28-lap race. Jean-Paul Henry still is your race leader.
Gotta go change out my race trunks.
He is really looking to try to get those extra 5 points.
For him.
He is trying to get those extra 5 points for leading the most laps in the race, which will definitely help his playoff chances. His only win this season was the All-Star race, which was not a points race. But he has been doing just great. And he is leading a pack of 3 other cars. The 41 Jim Blossoms, who's taking a quick look to get some clean air. He does not have enough. But he just sort of looks. He takes a quick look to get out to see what he needs to do to get out in front. Handles the brown note just fine, as did the other 3 drivers. And here come the rest of them. Ooh, Kevin Boder-Pillman just got a little sideways just for a split second. And that would have been spelled trouble because Jeff Tanaka is right on his bumper. Those are 2 playoff drivers as well.
You want is your ejector pen getting injected.
Absolutely, they have, and that is the thing. Paul Walker, the 00 car, is in 5th place, but he has now been caught up by that pack of cars.
There's Philip Jessup back in the garage.
So that is now a big battle for 5th. Playoff points.
Shit train is coming. Shit.
Yep. Wow, we got a shit train coming?
That's right. Here it is. Choo choo.
Well, hell.
They say around here when the shit hits the fan, the fans take it over as a souvenir.
I was saying the shit hits the fans here is how it works. It's not just the fan, it's the fans.
Now look at this crowd. We got a great old crowd here. We just passed the halfway.
Yep, we are halfway through this race. Which means this race is official. Should there be any sort of a, in case we're
spontaneous combustion of the asphalt.
Yeah, in case we're clouded with a chance of meatballs, if you know what I mean. Paul Walker still holding on to 5th place, but Jeff Tanaka is right on his tail. Followed by Bucket Dushon and Petrol Topoff. That is a huge battle for playoff position.
You think after that that little wreck between Boo Jess and Paul Walker, Boo Jess is going to be looking for Paul Walker anytime soon after this race?
He might be.
They're going to have some mouth now.
Boo Jessup has had just the worst luck in some of these races. He's had such good starts, only to just get involved in some sort of a wreck or just unfortunate sort of turn of events. He could have easily put himself in the top 6. He was in that pack of 6 cars. Right now, that is Jim Blossoms getting back in front for a little bit, with Joe John Winchester in 2nd, Morris Mayfield in that 69 car.
Nice!
In 3rd, and John Paul Henry, who is, he's on pit road. Okay, so we are first of green flag pits. First of green flag pit stops. Jean Paul Henry went by himself. And I heard some brakes. I don't know what that was. Something happened there. I ain't sure, but seeing there's Paul Alcohol going to pit road. Somebody got turned. I just saw somebody down there in the little like that what not's a ditch kind of thing at the brown nose. The tricky thing about the brown note, so the brown note's tough for the jump itself. It's also on a bank. So like if you stack it on the brown note, you're just gonna slide down into that ditch.
Then you're gonna end up wanting to crawl out of it, and then you realize that it's too steep, and you probably shit yourself.
Well, here is Jean-Paul
You dug your own hole
Henry,
to shit in.
all by his lonesome. Will that decision matter in the long run when Jean-Paul Henry has pitted all by himself?
Right, you want to go to the restroom by yourself. You know how fucking awkward it is to use a public restroom and every other toilet seat stalls? I don't want to
Talk to me about stocks and geopolitical bullshit while I'm trying to take a deuce.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need people talking to me. That's the worst. Well, here we go. Blossom still gonna lead another lap here. Yet to get to pit road. I was gonna say, I thought for a second that was Mayfield sliding off, but the pit lanes are right before you pass the start finish line. The entrance to pit road is right before. But Jim is, well, when Jim Blossoms gets up in front of, well, again, as clean as air can be here in Durchfall, that's a good car, and I think that's kind of been the thing, that these cars have been kind of just trading the lead and drafting off each other the entire time. Now it's just 3 cars. It'll be a little easier for that pack, what is it, like 7 of them, 6 of them behind them from Walker all the way down to Boner Pillman. And they're going to work together driving in a draft like that, pulling each other along. And yeah, that's actually, there's teammates there. There's Paul Walker and Bucket Dushine. Walker might be trying to pull his teammate along, Bucket Dushine.
Oh, look at the 2 Jeffs here. We got Jeff Tanaka, Jeff Shanice hunting the inside line.
Yep, and Jeff Tanaka, another playoff contender. Jeff Shanice is knocked out of the playoffs, but his teammate is still in it. So he's going to be trying to help anything to get he's going to try to do anything to get his, well, we're seeing pit. Here we go. Joe John Winchester stays out. We're going to see what happens. Okay, this is Reverend Pastor Chavez and Doug Pork, and it's more bad luck for Pastor Chavez. They midair collide.
Oh.
That was who we saw sliding down the track. It was Doug Pork in that Ham Fist sponsored 8-3 car. And not a good day to go app to mouth, especially if you're ham fisting, because the app to mouth car 33 Reverend Pastor Chavez
Can't eat something bigger than your head.
Yeah, he might be looking at something. He might be looking at a big climb back up to try to make it into the next round.
Next time we race.
Basically, he's going to have to. Yeah, he's not looking good. He already came in 24 points out of safety. Not looking good today. But who is looking good right now is Paul Walker. That pack of cars stayed out. They are now on. That is a battle for second right now. Walker and Dushan. I do not believe they have pitted yet. They might be coming back around. This is going to be interesting because now we've seen. So the 69 and the 41 of Jim Blossoms have pitted together. The 40 pitted first. The 47 pitted after that.
Morris Mayfield is 6.669 seconds behind.
That is a nice with a stutter. And here is this. Now this is what I thought our leaders would do, is they'd all pit together and they could all just depart at the same time and keep that draft. So we're gonna see how this plays out and because again, we're 10 laps to go right now. These are all scheduled fuel pit stops.
Think about cycling to the lead out of all this. That dog pit car.
Yeah, might be Kevin Boner Pillman. I don't know if he stayed out there yet, or if he's back out there. But we're starting to see some interesting times coming up. Give it a moment, but it looks like we're seeing Jim Blossoms come back around, and it looks like
how quick these damn cars are.
They're going real fast. They're staying fast.
Walker avoided the jump entirely. Goddamn pussy.
These those cars have all visited pit road already. They got full tanks. And if they got a full tank, you know what that is a full tank of.
It's not a restart ad for once.
It is the only official racing fuel of the Diddler Cup. The official fuel sponsor of the 2021 Diddler Cup season. Put a little Beepus in your tank. Beepus. we're seeing Joe John Winchester continuing to lead this race. But will he get caught up too? And what about everybody else? We have not seen everybody cycle through just quite yet. So we're going to see what happens.
Joe John Winchester hasn't pit yet, right?
I don't think he has, no. So he's getting really down to the end of his fuel. So he's leading, but there's a couple other cars that may not have pitted yet either. So we're going to see when Jim Blossoms comes around now. And there is the 8-3. There is... Well, that's Winchester. He's still out there.
Joe John Winchester and Morris Mayfield are running first and second.
This is interesting. Okay, and then Jim Blossoms and Jean-Paul Henry. So I believe Winchester did pit. He pitted after everybody else. We just may not have seen it. Had to have, or else he'd be out of fuel by now. Driving that last lap or two by himself, I think he'd be out of fuel. But I think we're seeing things start to shake through now. Now, will these cars catch up to one another? Will Blossoms and Henry be able to catch up to Mayfield and Winchester? And then there's Duchamp and Walker, who are together, teammates working together. They got a distance between 7th place and 5th and 6th. And there we see the two Jeffs and Kevin Boner-Pillman in the Dongerex Ejecta-Pen car.
My two Jeffs be getting spearheaded from behind.
They sure are. It's like Jeff Goose, which I think is a lesser popular version of the game. Morris Mayfield
got around him.
Got around Joe John Winchester. He is looking to lead this race, and look who is right behind him. I don't think it's 2 seconds anymore. I think the 41 of the 40
Jim!
are going to close this gap.
Oh, Jim.
We might have an eight-lap shootout here. We are now.
8-lap shootout.
We are on lap number 20. 8 laps to go. And that is Doug Pork. He is a lap down. Oh, you got to watch out for those lap down cars. He almost slid right into Jean-Paul Henry. You got to watch out. That is Reverend Pastor Chavez, who at least took the far left side, which I guess in this case means you can pass him. And there's a lot of passing going on through the digestive tract, through all the tubes. A lot of cleansing. Tubes.
Apt to mouth.
Apt to mouth, indeed. You never want to go out to mouth unless you're ordering food. It's a food delivery service. It is a food delivery service. You know, if you don't want to go outside, you don't feel like putting on your actual britches. You just go out to mouth. You pull up your phone, you pull up the app, and it's food that goes directly to you. It's app to mouth. It's that simple.
And if you're one of the drivers that feeds one of these people, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Absolutely, because that's how you get paid. You get tipped. Make sure you tip. Always get the tip. Sometimes it's just the tip when you go app to mouth. Well, this is the Get Pumped 400. We are live from the Poopenhosen in Durchfall, Germany. The second race of 3 of round 2 of the Diddler Cup playoffs. There are 12 drivers competing. 8 will emerge from the second round. This is the second of 3 races of that playoff. And it is a lead pack of 4 cars as they hit the brown note for the 21st time today. The lead pack is Morris Mayfield in the 69 car.
Nice.
Joe John Winchester in the 47 Just Guns car. Jim Blossoms in the 41 Bloodco car, and Jean-Paul Henry, the only playoff driver of the 4 of them, in the number 40 Ludger Beer Bombs car. That is also Doug Pork behind them in the draft. He is, I think, several laps down after a wreck before, so he is not part of the lead, but he is holding the pace. Yeah. So he is.
Be irritating.
And if nothing else, there's going to be all sorts of irritation that's happened to these drivers. They have hit the brown note 21 times already. It's going to be 22 when they come back around, I believe.
Oh, man.
I believe.
Good way to get yourself some extra bumps there.
Yeah, that's true, too. You can't forget about that.
You know, I realized when I was down in the toilet there, this wasn't toilet paper. This was the envelope the Parts Unknown Auto Parts wanted to give me.
Oh,
because
sure enough.
The Parts Unknown Auto Parts level race brought to you by Parts Unknown Auto Parts.
It sure is. Lap 23, the Parts Unknown Auto Parts lap of the race. From Parts Unknown, Unknown Auto Parts, you can get any sort of part for any sort of... Oh, look at that nosedive the petrol top-off just did. Oh, holy hell.
You can get yourself a 540 McTwist for a 1987.
You can get a McFlurry dispenser in one of them old cars that Exhibit may have tricked out for somebody.
Just not 3 hours before they close.
No, of course not. And it's probably going to break anyway.
Rude.
Yeah, exactly. That's rude of them. They got to fix it.
Well, we're seeing this is your moment to be an asshole to everybody else, man.
Well, Wooba Bale decided not to be an absolute asshole to any of these lead drivers.
John Winchester making a move in the lead. So is John Paul Henry's going with him.
Yep. Oh, look at them
got pushed
sliding
out.
around that turn. Oh, John Paul Henry got really wide on that turn. Woo!
That Frenchie can drive.
Yep. We are going to come around 5 to go when they come around, and Morris Mayfield leads this pack of 4. The winner of this race.
Other parts. I was about to say you can get a 6-piece combination wrench set for a 1978 abdominal stretch limo.
Yeah. They still make those.
I think I rebranded somewhere.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Boner Pillman just got bucked from behind.
Oh yeah, Kevin Boner Pillman. Well, I think he took a big old nosedive on the brown note.
Hey man, the
driving so
replay's
good.
gonna be great. The replay's gonna be great, man.
Oh, yeah, he's
watch
gonna be- Absolutely. I can't wait to see
Here's
what all
one
this
thing
is.
we gotta be thankful for. No one got flipped upside down this time.
That's true. That's true. No one's upside down. Nobody. We didn't have to hear the story about how anybody's car got turned upside down. Always good.
We got 5 laps.
I'm being told that it's important when you get the abdominal stretch limo to check the oil on it. That's not okay.
If your abdominal stretch limousine stops leaking oil, start worrying because it's out of oil.
Well, you might. That's why you make sure you get a muffler on that thing, or else you might be entitled to financial compensation.
That's when you gotta get the octopus stretch limo.
Yeah, that's the new fancy one. They made that in Japan.
That's right. It's fancy
That's
like
I know.
things on a date night.
Seats 8 comfortably.
Absolutely.
Just like Darlene.
Morris Mayfield gets a good push on the stretch, and with 4 to go, he hits the brown note.
Oh, there's 3 wide going over the brown
That
note.
was beautiful, and that might have been smart. That might have actually been smart to just keep their distance from each other. They were socially distancing on the brown note, and there we see that is the pair of Spub and Morport's cars in 5th and 6th. Jeff Tanaka pulling away from his teammate Jeff Shanice in 7th. Here we go. We see this is Kevin Boner Pillman.
Oh, no.
Oh, there's Boner Pillman.
You saw him!
It actually happened. It actually happened.
I told you, sons of bitches! Move up, I will turn your ass upside down, inside out,
Woo! He just did a
hell?
900. He just did a 900 chicken McNuggets. Robot long down the race, but
Well, I swear to Christ, that is amazing.
woo-hoo!
Holy shit.
Man, I love the Devil Cup race.
That wasn't even on the brown note, y'all. We're going to see that on the replay. That was on one of the later turns on this track.
Hey,
That's
there's
right
what
there.
flip that.
That's what we call that a teeter-totter Harry Potter. He is a
Holy
wizard. Move
shit.
on, huh?
3 laps to go. And
That was our last race, Beaumont. That was
Yep.
the last race we went to.
holy shit. Well, the gap is still there.
Yeah.
The gap is starting to extend, so I think it's pretty safe to say with 3 to go, unless something absolutely insane happens with these 4 cars, the winner is in that front pack because they are extending that lead off of Bucky Dushine and Paul Walker, who will both be very happy with a 5 and 6 finish. Jeff Tanaka in 7th at the moment. Jeff Shanice in 8th. Petrol top off spot, taking a little bit of a nosedive there. Still in 9th. Smiley Van Vuren in 11th. Bobrovsky in 11th. Steve Thompson in 12th. That is a whole pack that'll be battling for that 9th place spot.
And Wolf Up High decided to call it a day after wrecking Tech from Boner Pillman put him right on his toes.
I'm impressed that he had. There was smoke shooting from his car about like 12 laps ago.
I think he was just out there smoking some Marlboro Reds.
Maybe. That's
He was
possible.
at the Combination Mattress Warehouse and Kratom store.
Oh, okay, that's
Great. This is good racing here. I'm just waiting
That's
for somebody
you
to
know,
make the first
I
move.
was heading. The Kratom store is also combined with the Little and the Currywurst Depot at here in Durchfall. You can get yourself a doner kebab. You can get yourself some Kratom, the Royal Kratom, because I guess there's a monarchy in this city. I don't know.
2 to go.
There we go, 2 to go, and Morris Mayfield has a really good car when he is up in front. There we're seeing the 55 and the 00. Remember, the 00 is automatically into the round of 8.
That's why Morris Mayfield's banned from the Australian B8 Cars Championship, and that's why he races in the Diddler Cup Race Series.
Absolutely, Morris Mayfield. That 69 car,
Yes!
he has not tasted victory, I don't think, in quite some time. He's got one career win.
Tasted something.
He's got one career win, and that was back when he was in the 00 car. For now, Star was back in 2017. But looking at, again, Jim Blossoms. And look at that, the 2 past champions in 3rd and 4th. Jean-Paul Henry still in playoff contention. A top 4 finish would be outstanding. Jim Blossoms, I believe he has 2 career wins, 1 career win, 2 career wins. I know he won once. I believe he won twice. This would be the first time the 69 car has won a race. White flag.
And what a nice way to be to get your first win.
At the Poopenhosen.
That's my crap to deal with.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
I'll
we're
rip my
seeing-
shirt off.
There is hooting, there is hollering, there is howling. Here in Durchfall, Germany. Final lap. We're trying to get our cameras on as much of this as we can. We're going to head back to our leaders in just a second after everybody basically starts hitting the crown note. And there we see, there it is. And look at this is lap traffic. This gets even crazier, but they're starting to handle it. Mayfield handling it perfect. So is Jim Blossoms getting right behind him. But all 4 of them, they got to just deal with Macklin right now and Mr. Naga's most glorious driver. And Jim Blossoms is going to look outside. He's going to try to make the pass here.
Oh,
This is getting really close.
Jim.
Here
Oh,
comes the
Jim.
third. He's got
Oh,
Winchester to push him. Oh, Henri is going with Morris Mayfield. Who could it be? We're coming around. It is neck and neck, 69 and 41.
Bingo!
We don't know who it's going to be, but it's Jim Blossoms, and he completed the pass. He got the speed around the turn.
Jim Blossom's gonna win it!
Oh, no! Oh, Jim! Jim Blossoms!
Have you ever? Woo! I think I just saw myself for the 2nd time in this broadcast.
He went from Enos to penis. He went from first to first, pole to pole.
He went
Started on
from
the pole,
first
finished
to
his race.
first.
He went worst to durst.
Jim!
Oh, Jim. Jim Blossoms, your race winner. Morris Mayfield, 2nd place. Winchester, 3rd. Henri, 4th. We're going to go ahead and review all that in just a bit. But, oh, man, has it been a goddamn auto race. It has been an amazing one, y'all.
By a quarter of a second, he won that
Quarter
race.
of a
That's
second. He
huge.
passed him on the final turn. He got the speed on the outside. He accelerated, and he completed the pass. There's Paul Walker. He is already into the 3rd round of the playoffs. So Jim Blossoms will get a victory to his name today. And we'll see how all that shakes out for the playoffs. Gonna have Petrol top off a top 10 finish for the 90 car. Definitely will make good use of that. Big Daddy Thibodeau, 14th place. Giacomo in 16th. Decent enough days. Kevin Boner Pillman he was running in the top 10 most of the race, got flipped over. And did he finish the dang race? Did his car get flipped back over? He's back on the track. Oh my God, Kevin Boner Pillman. How in the absolute hell?
This man's got grit and a regular colon.
He's got a regular colon and he's got an irregular bit of ED to his name. Oh my God.
Folks, this is just incredible. The crowd just absolutely love it. They are just flinging shit figuratively and literally all over. That's how much of this finish.
It
with the top
is,
four
well,
covered by less than 0.4 of a second.
Well, what a way to cap off our second race of the season at D Poopenhosen. I can't imagine that we will not be going back here on I mean, we'd have to go here 2 times, right? It would have to be race numbers 1 and 2 here.
Twice.
Yeah, you gotta go twice.
We have to take
one
number
visit
2.
won't finish it.
Absolutely. So I think if this is a good advertisement to say that the D Poopenhosen needs to be on the calendar, on the schedule for next year's season twice again. Make this a playoff race. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God. Jim Blossoms is your victor. And we're going to see how the playoffs are going to shake out. My word. My word. Man alive.
Man
That
alive.
was something.
Back of my knees sweating.
That man walking.
Hey, if that don't make your shit, your poop's wet. I don't know. Your winner of this race, there it is. The official winner of this race is Jim Blossoms. Unbelievable.
Woo.
In that Blood Co. Ford number 41 Blood Co. sponsored. Amazing. His believe I pull up my stats here. That is Jim Blossoms. His third career win.
Oh.
And his first of the season.
Held that one in too.
Yep.
That one got held up in customs.
Good for you. Good for you for holding in for that long. Let's see how the top 10 shakes up. Morris Mayfield in that 69 car.
Yes.
He finishes second, getting passed at the final turn of the final lap. Heartbreak for that 69 team, but they had a great race. In third place, Joe John Winchester in that 47 car. In fourth place, the first playoff driver to finish is Jean-Paul Henry, was in the lead pack the entire race. He finishes fourth. Going to be a good finish for him. Paul Walker, he's already through to the next round, but another playoff driver in fifth place. Bucky Dushine, his teammate, sixth place there for Bucky. Jeff Tanaka in seventh with his teammate. Jeff Shanice, number 38 in eighth. Jeff Tanaka, of course, also another playoff driver. Petrol Top Off and Smiley Van Buren round out the top 10. Both of them playoff drivers as well. I think that what it means is we need to see what that means for the playoffs. Let's go ahead and see.
Let's have a look. Run them numbers, smart folks.
Absolutely. We got the, official winner of this race is the Blood Co. sponsored Ford number 41 of Jim Blossoms. That is Blood Co. They sell blood. Why do you care where it came from? And he is your winner. Gets a big win. And with one race remaining, there is how it shakes out. Walker, Van Buren, Tanaka, Dushine. Oh, it's going too fast. But Richard Blood, Giacomo, Kevin Boner-Pillman, and Reverend Pastor Chavez are in the hot seat. And it is a big gap for Blood, Giacomo, Boner-Pillman, and Pastor Chavez. Richard Blood is in ninth place. He's 52 points away from eighth place. Big Daddy Thibodeau. Well, that is interesting. There you see the rest of the standings as they shake out. And we are going to be back again in 1 week's time. Monday, November 8th, 8 p.m. Eastern, we head back to stateside for Jasper's Homemade Energy Drink 400. That is our next race as we head down to Crystal Meth Speedway in Destin, Florida for the Jasper's Homemade Energy Drink 400. That is
hell yeah,
a super speedway, a hell of a super speedway in Destin, Florida. We head down to the Redneck Riviera itself for Jasper's Homemade Energy Drink 400. Boys, I think it's time for some replays, ain't it?
It's time for some replays.
Shall we get some replays? I think it's time to see what in the absolute hell happened on this race. God
Let's
damn
watch
it.
this again. Ow, dang. Woo-hoo!
Here we go. All right.
Round out.
Well, the Get Pumped 400, which I guess is some sort of German workout thing that also dispenses protein drink. I don't get it, but whatever.
It's different kind of protein.
Yeah, it's a good kind of protein. Tastes like the ocean sometimes. There's our start. Jim Blossoms was the pole sitter, and he led everybody to the brown note. And we're just going to go right ahead and show you what happened on lap 1, because that was the first time it all happened. We're going to get a better view. We'll get a better view of it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
We got it.
We're coming out. We're seeing it again. We're keeping an eye. We're focusing in on the 33 car. And that's Kevin Boner-Pillman just next to him. So lucky he didn't make any contact, but there was issues. Oh, the 4 and the 99. The 11 just basically barely got around it. The horse got turned around. Woobop Bala's just saying, fuck it, I'm driving through it. We're on board with the 99 slap bar car right now.
Oh, there it gets turned around from the backside.
Yeah, he got turned around by Giacomo. That's what it was.
And you figured, driver with this much experience in this track, he ought to know better.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just not in your own control. He didn't have a good qualifying effort.
Lap 2, the second one.
Believe it or not, we're not going to go to every lap for this. They only happen sometimes, but that is the child, Triple X Macklin, and Mr. Naga's most glorious driver. Look like they both got turned in midair. I'd love to see if we can go on board with somebody.
That looks like one of them midair takedowns from Brownout Paradise.
Right? Oh, man, he is sliding sideways for so long. That is terrifying.
You say Brownout Paradise?
Yeah, it's that game with the fat guy from Guns N' Roses, and he said Paradise City and lizards with titties. Lap number 3.
Okay, lap number 3, and this was Giacomo getting into it with Jeff Shanice. He saves the car pretty well, taps the wall, and just gets rear-ended right there by Woobop Bala, telling him to get his ass in gear. Lap 10, and this is what happened to Bowie Jessup. Got clipped by Paul Walker on the brown note in midair. Unlucky for Jessup and that 9 team. You know, I was thinking about it. I think I only played the demo like when they were still beta testing that game. I played Burnout Almost Paradise.
I teach my nephew how to drive using Brownout Paradise.
That's fair.
He's already up to 5 moving violations.
Excellent.
I played that version. I think it was a local version called Burnout Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Oh, that one takes so long to play.
16 minutes to complete.
I was just gonna say that one takes too long to play. Yeah, that's
I know.
Yeah.
Like if I want to be that drunk in front of a group of people, I'd go be a school teacher.
They were singing the horse as he gets a little squirrely on the brown note and clips into the 2 car. The bear takes a big lick. I didn't even see that part. We cut away from that during the race. We didn't catch it. Here we go. This is the 8-3 and the 33. Reverend Pastor Chavez getting midair, and it is not looking good for the playoff chances of Reverend Pastor Chavez. He's going to have to win the race at the Redneck Riviera. We're going to go ahead and see what happens. Steve Thompson got involved in a little bit too. Yep, he got turned. I don't know who by, but that might have been by Kevin Boner-Pillman he collided with. Saying that was Woobop Bala who clipped Nikolai as well. Woobop Bala was just driving through everybody. Amazing.
Woobop Bala just gave up there. He's just here for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, and here is this is lap 20. This is not a wreck, but this is where Morris Mayfield, that 69 car, took the lead on Joe John Winchester. And this was basically, he took his time, had the inside lane, had the speed, and completed the pass to lead this race. I'm gonna check, see if I got. Can anybody get me the word on who? See if somebody in the one of our stats boys. Yeah, Mayfield did lead the most laps. He led 8 laps here at the Poopenhosen. 1 more than Jean-Paul Henry. He gets the 10 points. So no 10 points for Jean-Paul Henry. And this is 2 parts. This is a 2 parts. That is where Kevin Boner-Pillman took his little nosedive, and this is what happened later on that lap. And it was actually Jeff Tanaka involved in that.
Jeff Tanaka tries to wreck Woobop Bala, and in retaliation, Kevin Boner-Pillman gets turned upside down on his ass. And then bam!
Boom, right into him. But we are gonna go on board. If you are squeamish, then you're in Durchfall. Just go ahead and shit yourself, because we're gonna go on board with.
There you go. Push him through. Yeah, push him through.
And he finished on the lead lap. Kevin Motor Pillman finished this race on the lead lap. So I'd say Woo Bala helped ride him. So we're on board with Kevin Motor Pillman. And, oh, good God. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, this is awesome.
He's like spinning and skidding. And then just gets ratted up. And Woo Bala is like, nope. Nope, you're going the wrong way, buddy.
I paid this fucker. You're gonna
back
take the
on the
shortcut. You're gonna take the shortcut and get the item box.
Absolutely. And Kevin Motor Pillman ends up finishing 20th, so that's not too bad considering he'll be doing a lot worse among the playoff drivers. And this is the pass. This is the race in a nutshell. Jim Blossoms hung around the whole time. Handled the brown note with ease. Maybe shit himself. Maybe shat in a bag that is attached to him. I don't know. I don't ask these questions. But here we go, coming around the final stretch. There was lap traffic. It was Jim Blossoms getting the speed on the outside, making the final turn, and getting the win for Bloodco Racing, an independent driver getting a win here in the Diddler Cup.
Self-made man. Literally put that together.
Literally. Yeah, literally.
Sometimes by himself.
Well, folks, it has been a goddamn auto race. We will see you in 1 week's time at Crystal Meth Speedway in Destin, Florida, the Redneck Riviera, for the final race of the second round of the playoffs. Jasper's Homemade Energy Drink 400. Go to Crystal Meth Speedway. It is a super speedway, 2.5 mile oval of chaos and testosterone and methamphetamines.
America!
Yeah, we're back to America. We're gonna fly back. I'm gonna get me some sausage and get me some fries, some fried potatoes, and some sauerkraut, and I'm gonna go shit myself. Okay? How you guys feel about that?
Too.
Let's all just go and shit ourselves. I think it has been a goddamn auto race. We thank you all for joining us. It has been a goddamn auto race. May all your shits be healthy ones, and we will see you back stateside in a week's time. Woo! Where's that bathroom?
Oh, man, you go bathroom.
Everywhere's a bathroom. There's a bathroom everywhere. Oh, you got the walking parts.
It's like yawning.